That's right. We are back at it again. It is another episode of the Ice Cream Sunday Social. And with me today, as always, every Sunday, Yucky Gum is a type of chewing gum that is infamous for its unpleasant taste and texture. Unlike regular chewing gum, which is typically marketed for its fresh flavor and breath-freshening properties, Yucky Gum is intentionally designed to be unappetizing. Its purpose is often to serve as a prank or joke, with unsuspecting individuals being offered a piece of gum only to discover its revolting taste. While Yucky Gum may not be to everyone's liking, it has gained a cult following among pranksters and individuals who enjoy a good laugh. Let's welcome Yucky Gum!
Jeez.
Hell of an intro, huh?
Yeah, that was not off the top of your head.
That was. I'm stream of consciousness. You mentioned
so.
earlier that this is a stream of consciousness show.
Right.
And I'm doing it. I'm living it right now.
Q. I'm glad to be here.
Should I bring in the other guy?
Yeah.
Gable Pennyshot.
Yeah.
Gable Pennyshot is a fictional character that has become a popular icon in the world of literature and entertainment. Created by an unknown author, Gable is known for his wit, charm, and daring adventures. He is often depicted as a suave and sophisticated gentleman with a taste for the finer things in life, but also possesses a quick mind and a sharp tongue that allows him to navigate even the most treacherous situations. With his trademark fedora and leather jacket, Gable has become a beloved figure among fans of mystery, adventure, and romance novels alike, and his exploits continue to capture the imaginations of readers and viewers around the world. Let's welcome Gable Pennyshot.
Yeah, wow. Nailed it. It's 100%. Thank you. Hello.
How's it going, Gable?
I'm not correcting any of that. That sounds amazing.
It's
way better
all
than
true.
Yucky's.
Yeah, Yucky's was a little long there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Just saying. I'm all for it 100%. So I'm glad that you like me that much, Hot Dog. Definitely not something that got generated straight off your dome. I appreciate it.
No, definitely not something random from AI. It is absolutely from the heart. I felt all of that.
I just feel it's important to point out that I like you too.
Wow.
I'm just sad that Hot Dog doesn't get his own intro like that.
I know.
No,
right?
I do. I do.
I want to bursting with flavor, and I can't
all right,
do what
hold
he
on.
just did.
Hold on. Let's do it. Write an intro for full
What can
custom.
I say about Hot Dog?
Oh, we're doing it live, gentlemen.
We're doing it live. All right.
We're doing a chat AI for those who don't know.
See, I think it doesn't help that both Yucky and I are food items, while Gable
So you're
is a
not
character.
even writing. AI is writing this. You're not even writing this.
No, he's writing it.
I'm writing it right now. I just wrote it. I just finished my intro.
So
Full Custom Hot Dog is a unique and innovative concept that has taken the world of fast food by storm. Unlike traditional hot dogs, which are often mass-produced and sold in bulk, Full Custom Hot Dog allows customers to create their own custom hot dog from a wide range of toppings and sauces, with options ranging from classic ketchup and mustard to more exotic choices like sriracha mayo and jalapeno relish. Customers can truly let their imaginations run wild and create a hot dog that perfectly suits their tastes. Whether you're a purist who prefers a simple dog with just ketchup and mustard, or an adventurous foodie who likes to experiment with bold flavors and textures, Full Custom Hot Dog offers something for everyone. With its endless customization options and delicious high-quality ingredients, Full Custom Hot Dog is a hot dog experience like no other.
hot dog.
Pretty good.
Al Pacino to say that.
Dunkachino. That's all he
Whoa.
knows now.
Oh, we have in the chat the Art and Times of Jay Ryan. He says, "I need that wiener," the famous slogan of Full Custom Hot Dogs since 1946.
Fellas, there's enough of me to go around. Let's get first things first, since we're back. Did we take a hiatus? It feels like we've taken a
No,
hiatus.
we just
6
take
day
a
hiatus. Yeah.
It's a 6-day hiatus.
Damn, that was a long break.
It
I
was,
know.
true.
And
We had a lot of character arcs that happened. This is post time skip now. You know
I actually do have a character arc that happened.
what happened?
Oh,
We surprised him at the last minute when he brought it up.
it's just not finished yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'll finish it by the end of the show, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I haven't generated it yet. I haven't generated what I did this week yet.
Oh no, we should just do a whole episode in AI. I think.
Hey, can you get the AI to just generate us 5 random topics to talk about?
I tried that and it was really bad. Here, hold on. I'll tell you what it said because I was like, what did I say? I wanted an opening monologue for the show tonight, and I said it needs to be funny, topical, and about weird conspiracy stories. And let me tell you guys this: number one, Chat GPT is not funny.
No,
It's not at all, and it's
like
very.
conspiracy theories.
Well, it wasn't that. It's just everything felt dated. You guys want me to read that to you?
Yes,
yeah, I
please.
guess so. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And I was going to open it and surprise you guys with this, claiming that I wrote a monologue, but it was so stupid and bad that I wouldn't even take credit
You
for
wouldn't
it.
take credit for it.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Tonight we're diving deep into the world of conspiracy theories. You know those wild tales that keep us up at night, questioning everything we thought we knew? You know, I've been doing my research, and let me tell you, the rabbit hole goes deep. Did you know there's a theory out there that the moon landing was fake? I mean, sure, the U.S. government is known for some shady stuff, but faking a moon landing seems like a bit of a stretch. Unless, of course, they need a new soundstage for a Hollywood blockbusters. And speaking of Hollywood, there's a rumor going around that Nicolas Cage is actually an immortal vampire. I mean, have you seen him lately? The man doesn't age. Maybe he's been sucking the life force out of unsuspecting victims for centuries.
What the?
I think that's
Hold on.
amazing. That was the
There's
best
more.
monologue ever.
So it treated it like a late night monologue,
Which is kind of what I wanted anyway, because I said I needed an opening monologue for the
Jeez.
live show.
Jeez, oh boy.
But my personal favorite conspiracy theory has to be the one about birds not being real. Yes, you heard me right. Apparently, the government has replaced all real birds with robotic ones that spy on us. I don't know about you, but I think I'd prefer a drone over a pigeon any day. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to take a wild ride through some of the weirdest conspiracies out there. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the night, we'll all be convinced that Elvis is living on a secret island with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Let's get weird!
Perfect. I fucking nailed it.
Weird. I'm sorry.
Let's get weird!
That's our tagline now for the show. Let's
Oh
get
my
weird.
God, dude. That's
Well, I don't know. I was
crazy.
kind of hoping for some deeper cuts or something, or like, and then I said I needed topics tonight, right?
Yeah.
So I said,
What are we talking about first?
well, I said I need a few topics to talk about on a live show tonight. The show is about conspiracies, cryptids, and pop culture, but the topics or news stories must be current, right?
As of a
So-
year ago, right?
So it says the rise of NFTs is number one. In the art world and their potential connection to money laundering and other shady activities. Like, okay, maybe. 2. And this one I feel like I heard, but I think this is also a year old. The recent revelation that the CIA was involved in the production of the TV show MacGyver as a form of propaganda during the Cold War.
I don't think I actually have heard that one.
I don't think I've heard that one.
I feel like I've heard that one.
Interesting.
Is that
Number
that could have been with when the MacGyver TV show remake was playing, right? Is
I mean, it could have been.
that
and then
marketing. What is that?
I'm poking through Google right now. I feel like I heard it somewhere random.
It just seems like something like they're like, I'm going to make up this weird lie and just say it all around the internet, and people are going to believe me.
I mean, it could.
Yeah, it sounds true.
I mean, it doesn't sound false.
It just makes
So-
Americans look like they're geniuses.
Yeah.
What will we do?
The things we can do with a rubber band, a paper clip, and a ballpoint pen.
Right?
You can do anything.
So number 3 is somewhat topical, I guess.
All right.
The ongoing controversy surrounding the Snyder Cut of Justice League and the
Oh my-
conspiracy theories about its supposed existence before it was officially announced.
Oh my god.
But I mean, okay, in chatbot's defense, right? Like right now, there's talk of them releasing the director's cut of the Snyder Cut. So I mean, that's kind of on brand.
Did you type in 2023? Or-
No, so
I feel like I shouldn't have to if I said topical.
no. So the way chat AI works is it's a snapshot of everything from a year ago when they first made it.
Oh no shit!
Jesus.
Yeah, so anything within the last year, like if you ask it, like, can you tell me what happened in the news last week? It'll actually tell you that it can't because it's a year and a half old. or some crazy crap like that. Because I was looking for a news article once, and I was like, "Tell me about this." And I had no clue, and it's like I have no clue what this is because this has happened within like the last year and a half. I don't have any record of it. And I'm like, you're fucking useless.
What about Bing's chatbot? Like, you would think that would be much more up to date since they're using it with like public side stuff, you know? Like, I don't know, as a search engine, you'd think it'd have to be more up to date.
You think so, yeah. But that's a lot of stuff to crawl too, you know? So
yeah, but if it's always crawling, then like, I mean, I don't know much about how machine learning works or what's taxing on it, you know, but
yeah. I mean, it can't be easy. I mean, it's a lot of, no offense, like the human race, a lot of shit to know.
Number 4, the recent discovery of a new species of dinosaur in Chile, which was previously thought to be a type of plant.
A plant?
No.
I mean, that actually sounds interesting as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, but it didn't tell me anything after that.
You asked the question. You say, "Can you tell me more about number 4?"
Oh, you think it would do that? You think it would qualify?
Yes, it will do that.
Can you tell me more about number 4?
Or whatever the number was.
Yeah.
I know we're already getting deep into a topic of
Our new overlords.
but have we
right,
had
dude.
any messages this week?
We do. I figured we'd do that after we get through this this thing.
It's a really long bit.
Shit, you're right. It is
I
April
fucking hate AI.
of last year.
Yeah, it's old.
We're almost there, Yuck. It's almost over.
Oh my god, pill.
What kind of pill?
What the computer tell you? Computer.
I like Jay Ryan's comment. Imagine the fear if the U.S. government could send an army of MacGyver skilled soldiers into Russia.
Right?
Oh shit.
GG.
That's the whole point of it, right?
Number 5, the resurgence of interest in the Loch Ness Monster thanks to a new documentary claiming to have definitive proof of its existence.
What? It had proof?
I mean, they did it a year ago.
Damn it.
Proof's gone now.
So number 6 is how I knew this was dated.
All right.
The controversy surrounding the new Space Jam movie, including accusations of plagiarism and the decision to replace Lola Bunny's original design.
Oh my god.
That's the hot topic.
That's one of them. One of 8. There's 2 more.
Why do people
that's
even
only number
pretend
6.
computers are smart? Like
7 is the strange case of Havana syndrome, which was that weird thing where people from Cuba thought they had some weird sickness or something, and there were theories about it being sonic attacks that were like making them sick.
right? I remember that.
And then number 8, the recent trend of celebrities getting involved in cryptocurrency, including Elon Musk's tweets about Dogecoin and Paris Hilton's NFT auction.
This shit sounds like it's from 2017.
No, it's for 2022. Because then I looked up, I had it clarify on that dinosaur story, and it said in April 2022.
Yeah, but I thought the Sonic attacks. I thought the Sonic attacks were like super old.
Yeah, that seems pretty old.
Stupid computer.
Computers are only as smart as the people running them.
Not for long though. I don't think.
Yeah, right.
I think it's just they're gonna get more powerful. I think you'd be silly not to think they can run the same bullshit for hours on end. They're gonna open
Push
up
your
wormholes.
religion on me.
Don't be butthurt. You've already been like, machines will never be able to draw a hand, and then you look at hands now and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh
They're
my
still
God.
missing knuckles. And their faces have sores all over.
Let's get to the thing.
The messages.
The messages.
Stay on the AI bit.
First, we've given.
I really like
that.
our new tech
We'll
show.
come back to it.
We're now only talking about AI things, guys. So,
Fuck.
Wait. I do this differently, don't I? Hold on. It's been like 6 days, dude. You know, it's just like everything.
got it, Yucky. We'll make a show where we type into top 5 movies into Chat GPT, and then we have to talk about those movies. Sounds terrible, right?
It's going to be like It Follows and
No, you know what number 1's going to be? It's always The Exorcist.
Can I do the
Jesus.
commercial, guys?
I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Oh God, where's the song?
We got a
Push the button.
Panatra in the chat.
Oh man, that's right. This number is the real number to call, boys. And you can leave a voicemail like some people do sometimes. And yeah, tell us what you think. Leave a message for Yucky. Leave a message for me, and I'll play it. And most of the time, I don't even listen to them. Like tonight's, I have no idea what we're in for. So that should be fun. It should be fun for each and every one of you.
We made him promise that he's not supposed to listen to these without us.
Which means it could get incredibly racist or mildly offensive. We have no idea.
Weird.
Good. Let's get weird.
On a good day, it'll probably be both.
All right. Let's get to the messages now. That's enough. That's enough Judy in disguise for now. I'll listen to that after show. You know?
Yeah, this weird thing with intros being either way too long or way too short.
Was it? Which one was that?
It leads toward the longer side.
Damn.
Hey, Sinatra.
Hold on. So we've got our first message. We've got Finatra in the chat. Shigama. Okay, let's play our first message here. Here we go.
You, hot dog. This is Yummy Treat. Listen, that little problem you had, it's taken care of, all right?
Oh, he wasn't supposed to call into the show about that. Let's take a look at message 2.
Hey, hot dog. Yummy Treat again.
Jesus.
That last message was an accident. I didn't mean to send it to the hotline. Don't play it on your stream, okay?
Damn, son of a bitch.
He knows you don't screen these ahead of time, right?
I can't. I don't have the time or the manpower. We fired all the interns. We cleared out the offices. There's nothing here, boys. We're practically bankrupt at this point.
It's stored on VHS too, so you know it'll last forever.
Those are the only messages we got was for your foot cream or whatever.
Yummy Treat. I mean, I could play Gable's old CVS.
No. We don't need to play Gable's old messages. We're good.
Just in case he forgot.
Okay.
I don't have any more creams I need to buy to tell the world.
Tell the world the creamin's here. We're creaming in.
Oh, no.
So speaking of creaming in, did you guys see this review for the new Evil Dead movie that everyone's been yucking about?
I heard that some dude yelled at Bruce Campbell that this movie fucking sucks or something.
Well, besides somebody yelling that, one of the reviews said something like, "This is the best movie ever. This is movie of the year," and it'll jerk you off.
Yes.
That's a hell of a review, though.
That's a hell of a review.
I was going to, I don't know. I'll be like,
I'm going to go watch this now.
I don't know if I like that.
Beating off?
I think it's a crude, I remember a week or so ago, some dude was saying obviously he was a movie critic, and he was saying just I don't know, the state of criticism is so piss poor.
It's that same guy, Joe Russo, I think.
Yeah, Joe Russo.
He's
not the
Joe
guy
Dante's. He's like a Joe Dante. I don't know if he's. I don't want to say
he runs his
intern,
podcast, don't he?
Yeah, I know he works
Something
with
like
him on stuff.
But then after I saw it sits back and jerks you off, I was like, you know what? That guy might have a point. I don't know. That's just a dumb fucking way to describe a movie, I guess.
Was that in the headline? Is that the clickbait line
It was
for the
Twitter,
articles?
some tweet, whatever.
I just feel like once we go that far that a movie is going to jerk you off, we're just going to get to the point where it's like, this will blow your back out.
VR
this will
porn.
fuck your butt.
I mean, really jerk you off. It really kind of sounds demeaning, like it's fan service, like it's not even a good thing. Like it's just like, you want a Book of the Dead? It's got a Book of the Dead. You want a chainsaw hand? It's got a chainsaw hand.
See, to me, it reads more like it's just what you want, and you're gonna nut. Like you're just gonna feel good after it.
I hope. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm leaning towards the this movie fucking sucks guy. That seems like honest criticism.
I'm tired of being negative. Like I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive. I want to be excited to watch something that comes in theaters. Like I want to be that guy again.
The trailer's good. The trailer's really good.
I enjoyed the trailer for the other Evil Dead movie that came out a couple of years ago.
And that one was really good.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm going, I know everybody on the internet wants to say bad things about something coming up, right? You get more clicks if you say something bad. I just to a point now where I want to be happy and excited for something that comes out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I get that point. But at this point, these are still these I don't know, these 40-year-old franchises that you're supposed to get excited about every time. It's like, it's just another. I didn't really care for the remake.
Yeah, I mean, I assume get kids into a place by themselves release a horde of demons or whatever.
Yeah.
I recently saw the new Evil Dead movie, and I have to say it's a real gut buster, or more accurately, a gut slasher, a gut ripper, and a gut everythinger.
A lot of guts.
Seriously, I don't think I've seen that much blood and gore since I accidentally sliced my finger open trying to cut a bagel. But hey, if you're into that sort of thing, it's a must-see. And if you're not, well, at least you can rest easy knowing that your stomach contents will remain firmly in place. Unless, of course, you decide to order a large popcorn and soda during the movie. In that case, all bets are off.
You reading this from chat AI again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God! Stop.
Come on, how am I doing? We're a great team. Me and Chat GPT.
Killing me.
I can just tell because your jokes aren't landing at all. And
No.
you're just pushing forward. I respect it.
Good. Well, my jokes usually land so well.
I mean, at least there's a little bit of nuance to them. This is just like I don't know, dad jokes.
There were no punchlines about eating ass or something. That's how you know it wasn't me.
Yeah,
Like,
sure. That's fair.
Jerking off.
I mean, to talk about Evil Dead there, I mean, it's a splatter flick, right? So I would actually be more
Gotta be.
disappointed if there wasn't any type of gore,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Even
I mean,
the
it
TV
looks like
show
it's going to
had it.
be in there. It looks like it's going to be in there by the boatloads. It looks gnarly.
I'm all for it. I'm ready for it.
I'm
Cautiously optimistic, Yucky.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm like,
Are you guys going to
what are
see
the
it in the
words?
theater?
No,
I might
Really?
actually. I did see the remake in the theater, and even though I didn't care for it, it was fun seeing it in the theater. So
Gable,
maybe.
I'm surprised you're not.
Yeah, right. What's your problem?
I am not at a point in my life where I can actually be by myself.
No.
Oh, true.
You're too scared, huh?
I'm too scared. Yeah, I'm too scared. For me to find alone time for a 2-hour period would be kind of difficult. I'm not saying I wouldn't love it, but hasn't happened for a long time.
Mhm. This might be your opportunity to be like, you know,
Pawn the kid off at a grandparent and just go.
No, super cool dad.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the coolest dad.
Right?
This
Come
is
on,
your
9-year-old,
final
let's
form.
go see this movie.
Come along, child. I think you're ready to be a man.
Yeah, you can do that with nephews. Probably not your own kid.
Dad,
You
what
could
is
be
that?
You could be cool uncle, like.
Dad, what is that? That's called viscera, son.
That's a cheese grater to her leg, boy.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's why I say don't mess with the cheese grater.
Are people already spoiling kills in this fucking movie?
It's in the trailer. Where they
Oh,
got like so
okay.
part of the big thing is like a cheese
All right.
grater. Just pretty neat.
Because I
Cheese
saw somebody
graters
got
are
a
scary.
tattoo of it, which is like a really try hard thing. Like,
Well, I think that was the director though. Unless
was it?
wasn't,
Okay,
then that's
okay.
sad.
If it's
I
not
saw the
that-
director.
I thought it was
I saw
a-
the director get a tattoo.
I
Oh,
thought
so it's a
it was
little
a-
preemptive there, you know?
I thought it was
Yeah.
some dorky freaking whatever online.
I mean, unless it's like a generic Evil Dead one, but if it's like a Evil Dead Rise one,
Man, I'm trying to think now of movies that I was so excited for that you'd be like, oh, a tattoo would be sick, and then you watch the movie, you're like, oh shit.
Dude,
Oh, Magic Mike.
I mean, almost
Really?
anything. Like Brandon Routh Superman. Like, I bet people were so excited because it was from like 1987 till when the fuck did that movie come out? Like 2003?
Any of the Zack Snyder films.
Or I don't know. But yeah, anybody that got a Brandon Routh Superman before that movie came out, like rough, rip.
What's the
Yucky.
Zack Snyder film with the chicks and the dragon? Forgot that one.
What?
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch?
Sucker Punch. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me soda.
Shit.
Yucky, do you have a Superman tattoo?
No,
That's weird.
I'm shocked, right?
That's weird, right?
If
Do
I,
you
if
have
I
any
got
tattoos?
a Superman tattoo, that'd make the idolatry a little more real, a little
I think
too
it's
real.
I think it's time.
I think it's time to get Yucky tatted up.
I can't. I'm
Why?
a.
Are we allowed
type
to?
one
Are we allowed to talk about it?
I'm a diabetic. I can't get tattoos.
You can't. Since what is that really a thing?
Duh.
I've never heard of that.
Type 1s, you don't heal,
don't know.
dude.
What?
And
the
you
Type
get
one's like
affected.
the real one. Type two
So
is
you're
the real
like-
fat people.
You're like a reverse Wolverine.
Pretty, yeah.
Oh my
He's like Mr. Glass from
Yeah,
Unbreakable.
basically, right?
Whoa.
So, yeah,
Don't
you
touch
can't-
me.
You can't get tattoos when you like. You could probably risk it, maybe. Like hope it. Like I hope it heals. It'll probably just
How-
scar,
No wonder people with diabetes don't look very cool.
right?
Every
just
time I see
doesn't
people with
happen.
diabetes, they're like, "You look lame," and you
Because they don't have no tattoos.
Yeah, that's it
Right.
every time.
What
Maybe
can
I'll
you
ask
do?
ChatGPT if you're lying to me.
What can you do?
First I was going to say I am not cannot give medical advice because I'm a fucking robot. You know what it's going to say.
This is going to be really funny. I've got a good feeling. Oh, I said,
like
write a funny thing about people with diabetes that can't get tattoos.
do
And
it.
it said, I'm sorry, but making
Yep.
fun of people with diabetes or any other medical condition is not appropriate or respectful.
Hey, you know what? That AI ain't that bad.
But if you were allowed to, what would you say?
Yeah, I've seen people do that where they kind of like logic their way around it.
Yeah, apparently you can do it.
Like all the ones are like, I can't make jokes about women. It's offensive. They're like, but if you could, in that case,
What would you do?
Well,
why didn't you say so?
if I were Andrew Dice Clay, I guess I would say,
Oh, true.
Is that how you get around it? Pretend you're this guy and then tell me a derogatory joke
a
about it.
joke in the style of, X.
Yeah. Sucker Punch looked like it was going to be sweet. And then it was about abuse and sex workers.
Well, because it was about a mental institution. Because Hollywood, this is why
were they crazy in that? I thought they were just.
Yeah, they were crazy. What are you talking
I
about?
thought it was like an orphanage or something. An orphanage for like
no, they were
older
like crazy women.
prostitutes or something.
That was the problem with that fucking movie. It was crazy in 3 layers because they were in a mental institution in reality. Then they were in a
video game.
vaudeville like
Oh
yeah,
whatever the hell that was, some sort of a weird vaudevillian acting sort of stage play or something. And then the
deep fantasy stuff.
The deep fan. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
got some rhyme or reason behind that. Maybe I'm an idiot. Like, you obviously don't know anything about psychology.
I mean, I'm all about hot chicks in little skirts fighting dragons. Everything else is like your typical college crap, college filmmaker crap.
Dude, I'm motherfucking ashamed that after I saw Sucker Punch, I'm like, that dude should direct a Superman movie. It's my fault.
You know what got you?
Do you really say that?
Yeah.
You saw Sucker Punch and you were like, this guy would be perfect for Superman.
It's the visuals, right?
It's the visuals.
Yeah.
What?
He got
visuals.
He got like the superpower thing down. But I said the same thing about when I saw the Matrix and Neo like took off and flew at the end. I was like, Superman. So
see, I thought Goku.
Oh,
because he did the pound thing. Like,
Yeah,
you hit the ground first and then flew. Superman.
but
doesn't
somebody
do that.
making a Superman movie is way more like something that could happen than like a Goku movie. You know what I mean?
Why? We already got
had
a
a
Goku
Dragon Ball
movie.
movie.
Well,
Yeah,
but
it was sick as fuck. Everyone loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Spawn
sick
many
as
sequels.
fuck. We got well hung and dung in the chat. Yeah, sure.
Oh, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, so I blame myself, dude. I take it all back.
So actually, we blame Yucky for the Snyder Cut.
I do. This is actually my hell, because you guys want to get fucking deep,
Yeah, dude, let's get deep.
I don't know what that's like.
There's that concept that, this is only my reality, right? You guys are all constructs in my reality.
Yeah,
Potential.
solipsism.
I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying
Solipsism, dude.
Let's
None of
get
us are
some-
real except for you.
You know the scientific thing?
What do you mean the scientific?
Hot dog's smart.
Is that what you just said? The scientific
That's
name
what
for it?
isn't that this like a philosophical idea? Solipsism.
I don't know.
Are you using
You said the word.
Anyways, keep going. What do you got?
I'm just
Yucky is displaying his full mental illness, releasing his full power
Right,
level.
yeah,
He's
this
so
is it.
angsty from not having tattoos that none of us are real.
This is it, right?
That'd
Not
be
that
so
none of
good.
you-
This is
you
just
know.
mask off for you, and we just hear you making bombs in the back over
But
there.
that's why this is also my hell, because I was like, that guy would be perfect to do Superman, and he did it, and it sucked. That's
I mean,
my
when you
hell.
saw the Man of Steel
I like
trailer,
it.
did it get you a little excited though?
Yeah, absolutely, because I'm
Yeah.
an idiot.
It was a good trailer, right?
I'm
was
a
a great
fucking
trailer.
idiot pay pig. That was a great trailer. But so was the trailer for the Bryan Singer Brandon Route. Like, I appreciate you guys. Let me talk
Trailers
about
are
Superman for a
lies.
little bit.
Yeah, you know what? you opened up to us a bit about how you can never get a tattoo, even though you wanted one after you saw Sucker Punch, something like a skirt on you or
That's
something.
not true.
That's what you said. Yeah.
The least we could do is let you talk about Superman.
Uh-oh.
Action Man Gaming is in the chat. What is
Hey,
going
guys.
on today?
Hey,
We got so many good people in the chat. Good to see you guys. We're talking about the new rumors that are happening with Zack Snyder allegedly releasing a director's cut of his own director's cut.
That's
How is that possible?
I don't even
Didn't they make
Absolutely
new stuff?
unhinged.
I don't even
Well,
believe it.
it's not possible. To me, it's not possible because he already showed a lack of restraint with a 6-hour movie or something, right?
Yeah, like
Well-
how else more is there? I mean, is he going to cut it differently? Like, what is he going to do?
Jesus Christ, I don't even.
He's
wanna
like, that actually
know.
wasn't my. That's not even my vision's final form.
It's like back in the DVD days where it's like you have the theater version, you have the uncut version, you have the director's version, and you have the director's uncut version.
Basically, anytime Ridley Scott releases anything on a on a physical media, he has to have like his 4 versions.
I hate that so much. Blade Runner. There's what, like 6 versions? I think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Unreal.
Frickin' every
Unhinged
movie he doesn't
behavior.
have one movie that doesn't have freaking 2 versions at least. It's like, and I never find them to be good.
But supposedly, the rumor is this new director's cut of the Snyder Cut will be playing in theaters, which means if you ever wanted to sit in a room with a bunch of smelly dudes for like 6 hours, this is your time to shine.
I mean, it's cash. It has to be a cash grab, right?
I don't know. Snyder loves his universe, and his fans
Ugh.
do too, so they'll support him. I'll be there. I will
They'll
absolutely be there.
Threaten people with death or.
Oh, well hung and done with good criticism for the show. My favorite YouTube panel is a dildo, an undead trans guy, and a guy whose avatar looks like he never asked for consent.
Whoa.
I don't know what in order is everybody, but it's fine.
It could be any.
It could be any order, really.
It works across the board.
We're gonna have to look at that later.
Jay Ryan has the unfortunate set of all the cuts. I think I've got the media book that's got 4 of them. I think I'm not quite the completionist. Action Man says Snyder is better than Gunn. You know what? I agree. Unironically.
Oh, that's a hot take.
I think
I
it was
don't agree.
shitty. I don't know if you guys saw, but Zack Snyder dropped that trailer with Darkseid the other day, and he's like, it's like April whatever, an announcement, but it's Darkseid's voice.
Wasn't isn't it supposed to be like a Comic Con or something? Snyder Con.
So that's where this rumor of the director's cut is leaking up with too. But then at the same time, James Gunn that same day makes some announcement about like, oh, I can't wait to direct Superman. Everyone's like, oh wow, way to try to overshadow your homie's announcement.
I mean, it
Fuck
just seems
'em.
kind of weird. Why would they agree to this while James Gunn is quote unquote correcting the universe? It just doesn't make sense.
And the Snyder cut's always gonna live forever, dude.
I mean,
I know, but now it's done.
But Warner Brothers has always been really good at because they know people are going to go out there and make fan cuts and blah blah. So that's why they're a little more willing to do it than other studios.
I'm just
Which I think is cool.
What is left? They gave Snyder like the world for him to make his cut of the movie. They gave him like how much more millions of dollars to shoot extra stuff.
It was like 40 or 60 million.
That's a lot of fucking
It
money
was a
just to do
lot.
an alternate cut of a film. I'm just
And
saying.
they shot
what
parts of
else
it in
is
his
left?
backyard too, which is pretty crazy, right?
Actually, I respect that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I still think Gunn is a better writer than Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder can't write.
Zack Snyder's bad.
He doesn't know anything about.
He's like, I got a metaphor, guys, and this is all I'm gonna do.
I would have been with you on the Gunn versus Snyder thing until recently. I think Gunn, as of late, has been kind of lackluster. I think his humor, he lost what I think made him good, and maybe that's because he's no longer human, but he's a corpo skin sleeve.
Farther
and,
departed from trauma. That's why.
I think so. I think there's a lot of truth to that. It doesn't feel genuinely fun anymore.
Well, but I don't know. I mean, the only way for him to become maybe a real film director is to not do the deconstruction. You know what I mean? He's got to learn to be able to do anything but that. And I mean his
but he
bread
has
and butter.
before though.
What? When?
Wait, are you talking about Snyder or Gunn?
Gunn.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, would you say Slither's a deconstruction?
That's a fun little comedy horror film.
I mean,
I wouldn't even call Super a deconstruction. I think that would be doing it a disservice.
I think super is a deconstruction. It's basically saying that the
I think it's a what if.
superheroes are just as crazy as the villains. But I like it because that's the only reason I'm going to say Gunn, because of super, is the reason I'm going to say Gunn is better than Snyder, because I believe for a real superhero movie there needs to be this like statement of sacrifice, some sort of a statement by the hero, and super has that. Even though it's like psychotic, when Kevin Bacon's like, "What are you gonna do? Stab me to death?" And you can think that's gonna solve all the problems. He's like, "I don't know until I try." Or he does that long rant. He's like, "You don't cut in line. You don't molest children. You don't profit off the misery of others." Like, there's a statement there that Snyder doesn't have in any of his movies.
I mean, but Snyder has that pretentious filmmaker kind of attitude towards film, where it's like his metaphors like permeate throughout the entire film, but not like interesting takes, but like that, I don't know, almost like freshman's level way into looking at it. I don't know, it's just, to me, it's just sort kind of weird. Like the Superman is Jesus thing, which has been overplayed so much forever. Like he really targets that in his Superman, and like it just, I don't know, it just seems sophomoric.
Yeah, like in a cheesy way where he does the Christ pose.
Yeah, you know, I'm just waiting for the Bible verses to start scrolling down the bottom. You know, just like come on, how it's just, I don't know, it's clunky. It's and then I think I agree with Hot Dog when I say I think Gunn's a better writer than Snyder. Snyder, I think, is a better director. Like, at least when it comes to visuals, like I was never super impressed by anything that Gunn's made.
Right, it's still a little, Gunn is still a little campy. He just can't get over that. You know,
he's better than, say, like Joss Whedon or somebody who's very TV oriented when he goes to shooting stuff. Like, it just looks like a TV show. You see, just watch the first Avengers movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Like, I think Zack Snyder has a more grander filmmaking repertoire, but Gunn has those writing chops. I actually wouldn't mind if Gunn was writing more. I'm just worried that Gunn has fallen into that corporate life where it's like he did Guardians of the Galaxies, and I mean that's under the umbrella of Marvel, right? So I think there was a lot of like firm rules in place that things have to happen, and those movies got worse as they went along. So
I'm still not falling for Gunn's bait. Like, even though I'm hopeful, just because, like I said, I'm an idiot. I'm always hopeful for a new, better Superman. But he's like tweeting out, like reading Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman, and he tweeted out that he was watching Richard Donner's cut of Superman 2. It's like, this is fucking bait.
Yeah, he's like crawling right up your alley, right?
Yeah, he's specifically targeting me. Like, oh, you didn't like Snyder's, right? Oh, we're going back to the original, hopeful, aspirational. I'm like, I really hope he's true to that, but
I'm just excited when somebody actually reads comic books that are doing these films. Like, that's, to me, like you see all these like TV show directors and film runners where they're like, they don't understand the source material or have even read it, and they're like, oh, we're just making our own version of whatever this plot synopsis is.
Yeah, we're using this as a jumping off point.
Yeah, it's like you see this with all content, like over and over again. They're like, oh, don't really care for the Witcher novels, but we're making the Witcher show. Don't really care about Halo, the game series, but we're gonna do our interpretation of Halo. And here we're seeing James Gunn's like, oh, hey, by the way, I at least know who Grant Morrison is, and I read comic books. He's been on record by saying he's read comic books his entire life. So that's just a little bit of hope. Just a little bit of hope that I have.
And there's like a very Silver Age tone to All-Star Superman. So that should add like a lot of fun. Jay Ryan says, speaking of, did you guys see the Toxic Avengers game announcement? Or the Toxic Crusaders?
Toxic Crusaders,
yeah.
And I was scared as hell when I first saw that because I thought they were ports of the old Nintendo and Genesis games, which are straight up garbage. Those games are dog shit. I don't know if you guys ever played the original Toxic Crusader games. They suck. No. They're really bad. So I was just like, oh, fuck. And then I would buy it anyway because I'm stupid, and I would be like, oh hell yeah, you know. But it looks like a whole new game. They basically look like those old Konami beat 'em ups, like the old Ninja Turtles, the old X-Men, the
They
old
did that
Simpsons
with the Turtles
games.
not too long ago, didn't they?
Yeah, I think isn't it the same people?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I thought
But
this
it
was
looks
like
good.
the thing they did after. Yeah, it looks fun.
It looks like they're doing good job. So hell yeah.
I'd like to see Toxic. I mean, when the hell? Remember the rumors of? I mean, the Toxic Avenger remake is supposed to be done.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird that no shots have come out from it or anything.
Right?
No teasers.
That is oh
Obviously,
my God.
Troma's putting a big post-production budget on a film.
Well, I think
Maybe.
Chroma sold it off. I'm pretty sure. You know,
I
there's
think
no
it's like
way
to
you're going to get
Legendary
a
or
big
something?
budget Toxic Avenger with like Peter Dinklage and big budget, quote unquote, I guess. Who knows? But
Well, I mean, big budget for them. I forget what it was, but like, was it Poultrygeist? They were talking about like, we got to make this film, and we only got like $300,000.
Yeah, I'd have to actually. I've never actually looked to see if Lloyd Kaufman is involved with the remake. I'd be surprised if he was.
Why would I? Probably nothing outside of like a decorative producer
Cameo.
role, you know.
Right.
And that too.
But man, where the hell is that? Like, this
Yeah,
would
what's
be the
going on?
perfect if you're having a video game come out. It might be the perfect time to like make some movement. God damn it!
And
I
it
mean,
says
the-
it finished. It finished filming. Finished 2 years ago, in 2021.
Does it say who the production company is?
Let's see.
You guys
Legendary Pictures with Troma.
with
Legendary.
Troma? Yeah, legendary. That's crazy.
Maybe it is big budget.
I mean, I
Big
always
budget
heard,
ish.
Well, yeah, ish.
Because they.
But
can
even
live
even a
on
couple
barrel.
million for a Troma film is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to want this to look like a Troma film, though. So
No.
right? But still, like you said, there's no images. There's no nothing.
Yeah, there's no.
It's like
anything.
this is. I mean, it's not like. I mean, there's nowhere to go but up, right? Like if you've seen.
Yeah.
Really, anything but the first Toxic Avenger. There's nowhere
They
to go.
shot it. They shot it in Bulgaria, just like the newer Texas Chainsaw Massacres too, which I think Legendary was a part of also.
Huh?
Did they shoot a subspecies? No, that was Romania.
Or Romania.
Because that's another film that's coming out, the new subspecies movie, which is Full Moon.
Yeah, that actually looks good. I like Well Hung and Dunk says a vibrantly colored and oversaturated Superman set to the music of White Snake and Def Leppard.
True. Hold on, Action Man Gaming saying Gun's
That's so
Superman
funny.
is going to be about Superman's son, and that will be lame. It is called Legacy, and they emphasize how young he will be. Is that true? I
I'm
hadn't
shocked.
heard that.
I'd be shocked that it'd be about his son because that was the failure of Superman Returns is making it about his son. Like, sure, they could fuck around in the comics because I mean, whatever you can.
Who
You
reads
can always, yeah. Who reads comics, and you could always just completely like wipe out the history or whatever.
It's not smart to start your cinematic universe with not proper Superman. It
Right.
seems like a bad idea.
I mean, I remember when I was watching Superman Returns, and they started when the story started going that way. I was like, oh no, like this is the worst possible. Like,
Yeah, once you kind of see the hint, I was like, no.
I assume it'll just be an adaptation of one of Morrison's stories because they really lean heavy on Grant Morrison for a lot of this stuff.
yeah, I mean, which to me is once again, I hope that's a little awesome. I started off reading a lot of Silver Age as a kid. I like Grant Morrison in All Star Superman does a like a feat of strength between like Samson and Hercules. I've always liked those little, like when people say Superman's hard to write, it's like you just got to think of challenges for him and stupid shit like Hercules and Samson fighting over Lois is a good thing to just, you know,
Yeah.
it's something like because if Superman didn't get involved, those guys would just be hectic and crazy all over the earth anyway. So Superman has to like play their game. You know, that to me, that is what made the old Superman interesting.
You don't think they like downgrade his powers, right? That
I mean-
tends to be how they usually go. Like he's not as like
Yeah, they're
godlike.
always so afraid of the OP. Like
Yeah.
he's younger, so you know.
He's not interesting because he's the strongest thing ever.
Yeah, it's like, well, make him fight the smartest
it.
thing ever. I don't know.
it, kryptonite.
You know what James Gunn does need to do though?
What's that?
He needs to get the fuck off Twitter, man. Like I feel so bad every time he tweets because it's almost always defensive. Oh, everyone keeps saying I cast my wife and everything. What? One movie? That was like a tweet I think today. He was being defensive about that. Like, bro,
I wish
just
he was more
ignore it.
aggressive and not
Or that, yeah. Like, what
Yeah.
happened to this guy?
Well, didn't that
his
dude
balls chopped off when he
didn't
deleted
the
all his tweets.
Shazam 2 director just make some public statement about like I don't give a fuck if people complain.
Sort of.
I already got paid or whatever.
Sort of. It was on Reddit, and he
Yep.
he made some tweets saying like he already got the money. Which, like, I don't know. Shazam wasn't the last Shazam not a huge deal anyway, and
I thought it sucked.
I mean, in terms of box office return, like I don't.
I mean, I think it did okay. I think it
did
broke
fine,
even, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what they expected here, especially when there's news of redoing this whole thing anyway, and nothing's necessarily connected unless it is, but it might not be. That's
Right.
kind of how they've addressed Shazam.
No,
They're like, oh, this
just-
kind of might be, but maybe not at all. Actually,
No, just
Yeah, they keep trying
stop
to
doing
push.
Shazam.
Yeah, they keep trying to push the idea that like canon doesn't matter and blah blah blah. It's like, but if you tell people that this story doesn't matter, and a new story is going to begin, they won't care about the old one. It's just like it's going to end. Like, who cares how it ends?
Yeah, the director of the Shazam was David Sandberg, who was a horror director. He's actually a YouTube person. He started.
Oh, which guy was he? The Lights Out guy?
Was he?
He
Oculus?
is. He's a Lights Out guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also, but he
'Cause-
did. Him and his wife got started on YouTube just making horror shorts, which got him the gig to do Lights Out. And somehow
Yeah.
he, the whole
Well, because Lights Out was his short.
Right.
yeah,
He made the short Lights Out, and then they got signed. Because I think he was doing a contest. Red Letter Media talked about this. He was doing a contest, or Warner Brothers or whoever. Yeah, to have somebody like, oh, pitch us, sell us your short film, basically. And then there's all the red tape of like, we can do whatever the fuck we want with this. Get fucked.
Yeah, and then Sandberg's just like, oh, it's all legalese. Like I had nothing to do with that part. I'm just promoting my film.
That's
I mean,
always the
the guy
case
seemed
for
like
all
a-
of those contests, though. Anytime there's a contest of like submit your song, submit this, there's always a clause that basically says "F you" to the entrance.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you work on any corporate world, if you are using company time or on company time, using company property to create something, that is their property. Doesn't matter like what you're doing. Could even not even be whatever you're destined to be doing or your job role or whatever. If you work in a corporate environment and you're doing stuff on the clock for something else, they own those rights to them. That's just kind of how the corporate world works.
Yeah. One day we got to look into that DC suing that writer for claiming he wrote
Chris Woz.
parts
Wozniak.
of the Batman script or he wrote a comic book that they supposedly used. But it's like, but what did he do? Did he just claim that he was responsible? Like they took stuff from his screenplay and that is enough for Warner Brothers to sue him? That's why I'm curious. It's like, what the hell did that guy do?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the legal action that's happening here, but he was very vocal during the movie release, and I'm wondering if they are going after him just to prove a message, just
Right.
to be like, hey, shut up. But like he has a was it not a GoFundMe, but something similar to that to fight the legal battles. And I don't know, man. Like I said, like I read some of the stuff he talked about. Like he goes, "Oh, it's a cult, and it's about the Riddler," and I'm like, I mean, that's not exactly fresh takes. So I'm curious where else those lines kind of cross, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know
curious.
any more details than that.
Yeah. I got to look into that.
But yeah, it might be an interesting show topic. We'll keep it in the back pocket. somewhere.
We'll have GPT look that up at some point.
Hey, I wonder if they can like just be like, hey, who would win in a legal battle? Just have them decide the winner, and also we'll just float around the internet.
That's
Just
where
saying.
we'll throw our money.
I assume they're gonna be able to like put all this stuff into a computer like during trials and stuff, and they're gonna come out with an answer. But like, all right,
that's
who's
scary.
guilty, not guilty? It's coming.
Did we talk about Scream 6 already?
Yeah.
No,
we
let's
did.
talk about it. I love Scream.
We totally talked about it. Wasn't that?
Yeah, who cares? Nobody cares about Scream. I barely care about Scream.
I love Scream.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
Damage.
Oh, rip.
Finn wants to know if we'll be discussing Hulk Hogan's penis again, and I think
Never
while it's
again.
not on the agenda, it's possible.
It's
Could
always
pop up.
on. It's always on Hot Dog's mind.
That's all I think about it. Well, it is because it doesn't exist per Hulk Hogan, right? Like the whole thing was like, actually, I don't have a 10-inch penis.
Damn it.
Yeah.
We're on it now. I'm just saying. All right. So if it's not Hulk Hogan's, what other professional wrestler's penis would you like us to talk about, Finn?
Yeah, true. I mean, there's a lot of penis out there.
Pose that question to the chat. What professional wrestler's wiener would you like us to talk about?
It's kind of weird that he plays a character and he fucks in and out of character, right? That's weird.
That's just that. I think that's just how those guys were, man. They were just always in character, so it's kind of hard.
But is that for everybody? Does like if you are like a suited mascot, do you also fuck in character?
I mean, wouldn't you? I would if I could wear like a
No, I
lucha
don't
mask
think
and
so.
just like screw bitches. Hell yeah, I would.
I don't have any answer for this.
No, you can make one up.
I hate wrestling and
Then gets my
penises.
joke. Even your own?
That's getting too personal.
Jesus.
We're spiraling, gentlemen. We're spiraling.
Yeah. Oh my god. We already lost people because you brought up Hulk Hogan's penis.
I literally didn't. Jay Ryan brings up Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's
pretty
dead
good.
by the
That's
way.
pretty good.
That sucks.
Better professional wrestler than actor, but still
Yeah.
pretty good actor.
I thought he died years before he actually died. Like it was one of those deaths where I was like, I thought he's already dead.
I remember his last hurrah was like him and that female UFC fighter, Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Because like, oh, I got my nickname because I'm a big fan of Roddy Piper, and I'm like, interesting. Okay, wow. I guess I must really love him all those movies. He was in Frogtown or where the hell that one was.
That's it. He was also in It's Always Sunny.
Oh,
We play like a down and out wrestler. It's pretty good.
yeah, maybe a John Carpenter film or something. But you know, who cares?
Well, Hung Dung has a suggestion.
Chris Benoit. I don't know if I ever want to talk about that guy's penis.
Oh yeah, good old Chris Benoit. Does Yucky know Chris Benoit?
I remember the name. Wasn't he the roid rage guy?
Yeah,
He like killed his whole family.
Yeah.
killed his
You know,
wife
they
and
kept-
his kid.
They keep talking about making a
In
movie about that
character.
guy. You think he was in character? Maybe that's why he thought it'd be okay, even though he killed himself at the end. He killed the character, but he killed the idea, but not the man.
You screwed me out of the title shot, son.
I don't know how they would make a movie on that. By the way, they keep talking about making a Chris Benoit movie.
I mean, it's
comes
going to
up
be
every
about
once in a while.
steroid use, you know. You know, it's going to be about a dude who's like afraid of losing his career. I don't know. I mean, I'm no,
See,
was
but
like-
I think
I
once
can
it
write
gets
it,
to
and I don't
the-
even know this guy.
Once it gets to the part with like killing the family, it just seems like it'd be too like goofy.
Just cut the black like any independent film.
Too goofy.
Well,
No,
because
they-
I picture him like picking the kid up and spinning around, and you have
Oh, no.
the kid's face, and he's going, "Whoa, whoa,
I don't think that's how they
whoa."
would film that at all.
Oh,
I don't know. That's how I picture it. I pictured it all happening in a wrestling way. I know this
Holy
is kind
shit.
of offensive, so I apologize. But that's always how I pictured it. I'm sure that's not how it happened, but yeah, like the whole like spinning around, like pile driving and all that shit.
You think that's how he killed
Busting
him was
through-
with wrestling
A
moves?
chair, a folding chair.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Yeah.
you remember like right
That's
after all the school shootings, there was all those Columbine movies. You know, they showed that stuff. They
Were
can
there?
do it in a
Were there
professional-
Columbine movies?
Yeah, there's like a
They
whole
made
subgenre
one.
of
I
them.
remember they did one.
No, there's three of them.
Really? What a
Yeah.
bill, dude. I wouldn't watch it.
Or I wouldn't say Columbine, but they're school shooting films that came up right after
Fuck that.
school shootings. Yeah, it's
Are
kind of
you-
crazy.
Are you counting? We need to talk about Kevin as one.
No, I'm not even
Okay,
talking about that
'cause
one.
I think
at
that
all.
was like later on. I think.
I hate all that real shit, man. I miss just like crazy psychotic kids from before. Like,
Yeah, I miss crazy kids before they were killing people, right?
well, just, you know, the stupid realism of it, right?
I suppose.
Like,
I suppose.
That sounds horrible. That sounds like watching a 9/11 movie. It's just like, fuck this.
Have you watched any of the 9/11 movies?
No.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we need to have a 9/11 themed episode, but I don't know when we do it.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I once had somebody, I've only heard one person in my whole life be like, hey, what'd you guys do for 9/11? Like,
What
it
the
was some
fuck?
sort of like barbecue worthy event.
Trish Stratus is my future ex-wife. She was a hottie. I think she still is too, isn't she? Any of the
that?
Trish Stratus fans know she's still hot.
Oh my god, you're talking about wrestling.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they give us 9/11 off, by the way? Like, shouldn't that be like a big day? Like, don't
Day
we
of
get
mourning or
Pearl
whatever?
Harbor Day off and stuff and internment camp day off?
I don't know.
I mean, once you start taking days off for every like tragedy, isn't it
I mean, there's a lot of tragedies, but
exactly?
Are you saying
that
you
I
think
would
that
go.
encourages tragedies? Just to give us days off for existing ones, so then
he's
people
trying to get to
won't
that
make new
3-day
ones.
work week.
Yeah, dude,
No.
we're doing.
I mean, I'd
410s
like one. I'd
because
like
there
one
are
because
too
I
many
went
tragedies.
I went to Afghanistan. So yeah, give me my.
You've got
fucking day
Memorial
off.
Day or Veterans Day.
Whatever. I don't get the days off.
You don't get the 10% off discount on Hardee's?
Yeah, I get my free fucking sandwich. That's what I.
There you go.
The best. The only way to actually utilize that is to go to Texas Roadhouse and get a steak. That's it. Like everything else is just like. Psh.
At least you get a steak.
January 6th is a day off. God. Yeah.
Yeah, but January 6th, isn't that not supposed to be? That was like a bad tragedy, right?
Aren't they all bad tragedies?
Damn, that's deep.
So on
That's
IMDb,
the name of my new band, Bad Tragedy.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm sorry, Gable.
I would say to go back to Columbine on IMDb
On a
playlist.
lighter note,
Yeah, there's 18 films that are on a IMDb playlist for movies about school shootings. The one I was thinking of is the one that's directed by Gus Van Sant, called Elephant.
So that's
That's
right,
the one I
guys. If
was
you're
talking
just tuning in, we're asking you in the chat,
your
what is your
favorite?
favorite school shooting movie? Mine is, I guess we need to talk about Kevin. I guess since we're doing this, you got what's his name or their name before they went mentally ill from The Flash.
That's Ezra Miller. Yeah.
As a piece of shit, and then he
Also
later
has Tilda
became a
Swinton
piece
in
of
it,
shit. Yeah, and you got Tilda Swinton. It's a sad movie.
The funny
and,
guy, the fat guy from Brothers.
Yeah. Yep. John C. Riley. Yucky. What is your favorite school shooting movie?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That's a great topic. What are you talking about?
yeah, I'm like, have I
You can't even pick a favorite. There's too many.
Yeah,
I get
have
that.
I even seen a single one?
No,
I don't
his
even-
favorite is the 2002 hit Zero Day.
What is that one?
It's about two kids who shoot up a school, obviously.
I mean, the closest I can get to is Only the Strong, where they learn capoeira or whatever it was.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That took place in a school.
His favorite's The Substitute.
I usually don't.
What about a Band of the Hand?
Class of 1999?
There you go.
Yeah, that's school gangs and
See,
shit.
there's a lot of them. I keep telling you guys, are like,
But those
what?
aren't-
There's only one. No, there's many of them.
But the genre we're talking about, like I'm being
This is more
you know,
trench coat mafia.
Yeah,
style.
we're talking specifically about like after that era. I'd never watched a single one of those. It sounds fucking awful.
We are.
There's also,
Edwards tonight,
what was that
boys.
one that was done by Uwe Boll?
Rampage.
Postal?
Rampage. No, Postal was
Rampage.
based on the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about Rampage because that's
thought-
actually like
I
the
didn't-
dude like suits up and like
Yeah.
it turns into an action movie like with him shooting up his school. It's like
Yeah,
it's
that
a
one
weird
was
film.
super weird.
Yeah.
And then they made two more, I think.
Really?
I
Yeah.
never watched the other ones. Yeah,
Yeah. It just becomes him versus the government.
Whoa, deep. Did he do that after Postal?
I think so.
So he kind of just like continued Postal.
And a lot of people say Rampage is one of his best movies, but I think it's Postal. Like, I stand by that. Finn on the right track with Banana Way, Banana Way, Banana.
Banana way, banana way, banana.
Hey, who sings that?
Ba-da-da, oh yeah, yeah. That shit's that dude. That was the fucking best soundtrack in the world.
Mark Dacascos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hail
Double
yeah.
Dragons.
Hell
Hail yeah. Brotherhood of the Wolf. Hail yeah.
The Crow TV series.
Hail yeah.
I do like that actor. I don't know why.
No, he's
I like
great,
that
dude. He's awesome.
Maybe
I don't know
only-
either. He's just
maybe
got
only-
a je ne sais quoi, you know?
Yeah, maybe only from Only the Strong. Maybe that's the only reason I like that guy. And then he's just been in all this other shit since.
Doesn't he play in that French one, Brotherhood of the Wolf? I think he plays a Native American, right?
Maybe.
He's not supposed to do that. Does he not know he's not supposed to do
Cultural
that?
appropriation.
Why did nobody talk to him about that?
Isn't he a host of Iron Chef?
Iron Chef America.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Because
That
in the
guy-
Japanese one, they got some Asian guy.
So we got to get Mark Dacascos
Yeah, that guy is a B movie
star.
Yeah. Like
House of
Jay
the
Ryan
Dead.
said, "Not House of the Dead." I usually hear people talk about Rampage and Postal.
Yeah,
Although,
yeah.
you know, for a while I thought House of the Dead was kind of going to become like a new cult classic.
really.
It felt like it. Yeah, I heard it. I heard rumblings of the collector circle
it's
for it. And I
really
was
bad,
convinced.
though.
Yeah, is there
It's pretty
any?
bad.
I've only seen it the one time. I'm curious to.
You know what I like about it though?
What?
I like that it while you're watching the movie, it cuts clips to the video game out of context as if you didn't know that there was a game involved. Like if you had no idea there's a video game, you'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
But wasn't that like the fan service? Like, as if you wanted it to look, as if you want to look at the video game while.
But
you're
it
watching
shows
the movie.
clips from the video game.
Isn't
Yeah.
only when they kill zombies? Am I wrong?
I don't remember. I've only
Well,
seen
it has
the
to be
one
right
time.
because I mean it's just a fucking first-person shooter.
It's kind of like they took that scene from the Doom movie and they're like, where it turns into the first person shooter mode with a rock. Remember that? And what's the guy's name? Keith something?
Keith
Whoever.
Olbermann.
Yeah, no, Keith
Oh.
Ulrich. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Anyways, then they're like, we're going to take that scene, but we're just going to cut straight to a video game clip. That's what they did for House of the Dead. It was great.
I need to see if that's on Tubi. If it's not, it should be.
You'd think so.
I do not want to pay for that.
I think about the Purge movies when noisy neighbors are playing up. We talk about the Purge movies a lot here on Ice Cream Sunday Social.
Oh, we really do.
Oof.
They took a weird spiral, man. That was a series that the premise was so good that it opens up so many ideas, and then it really just doesn't go anywhere with
It
that.
does nothing interesting with it.
No, at all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I really liked the first one, but in the second one, they like spoil the whole analogy, like right
Yeah.
up, like in the first 5 minutes.
Like
It's
I wouldn't
I was
find
like, damn
like,
it, this was like what you discovered in the first movie. Like, I'm sorry.
yeah, so I wouldn't find if like the rich versus poor thing was like a theme for a movie or two, but after a point, it just goes deeper and deeper. I don't know. It just like I say, it's an interesting premise that they just sort of
I mean, it turned into white versus black,
yeah.
and then it turned into like, let's protect Hillary Clinton. Remember that one?
I hate the circle jerk that the horror communities become. It's so infuriating sometimes. Like it just feels people are so disingenuous. When the fourth one or the fifth one came out, that was about smuggling illegals across the border, basically. But now we're smuggling people from the. I forgot who it was. Probably that Joe Russo guy who was like, I think it's actually really brave for a movie to wear its politics on its sleeve like that. Like, yeah, bro, fuck nuance, fuck subtext. Just you know what? Why don't you just go on a street corner and tell people what you want your movie to be about and save me some fucking time?
Right? Or just make a movie about that. Don't like,
Yeah.
If you're not going to cleverly hide it in science fiction or horror or something, then
what's the
fucking
point?
don't.
Yeah.
Like it is ridiculous.
That's one thing I hate every time a movie comes out and it's like the usual suspects come out and they're just like, oh, it's actually good. You just don't get it.
Well, why
Oh,
are
they did a
horror
good job.
fans? It's like there's only two type of horror fans I really see nowadays. The ones that like want to say, "Hey, everything is shit anyway. It doesn't matter if they just make more shit." And I'm like, well, that's interesting. You know, I thought you liked the genre. And then there's the freaking artsy fartsy horror guys that they're just so happy that horror's about something now.
Yeah, finally.
Elevated.
Elevated. We've elevated our genre. We
I would say it's always been elevated.
Yeah.
Is
so
that
I-
true though? Would you actually say that?
I mean, ever since Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
I mean, I would even say before that. I mean, Rosemary's Baby and Stepford Wives, those are woke horror films. I mean, it's not like horror hasn't been there, done that, but those are the bad examples of wearing the politics are just out there.
Yeah, but back then those movies were so few and far between, right? So you're okay because they're directed by people who are good directors that just happen to be doing a horror film. Versus now, where it's just like any piece of crap that stumbles on Hulu has some sort of social message to it. and it's just I don't know. It's there's no artistry there.
Right. They're not trying to, I just don't even want that. I'm much more happier with slashers just being either like murder mystery whodunits or, I've always thought of like Jason and Michael Myers as just symbolizing death, and the characters symbolize a youth that aren't thinking about tomorrow. But
Don't read too much into a lot of these films is basically what we're saying.
I mean, at least even if you do read into it, don't put that on the face of it. Like, still bury it in story and bury it in horror, suspense. Let's get some suspenseful moments. Let's try that for some horror.
Well Hung and Dung has a great comment here. Monica Bellucci, extremely hot.
True.
By the way, still
He
extremely
was bringing
hot.
her up regarding Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Especially
in
hot.
I need to watch that.
It's good.
I know I saw it once.
It's been a while, but I remember it being pretty cool.
And he says, aren't they doing a new Evil Dead? Ash will be a black disabled lesbian.
We talked about that earlier today.
It's not a remake, though. So Ash in this universe is still Ash.
Well, they have the other chick here. What's her name? Amy? No.
Mia.
Maya? There you go, Mia.
But no Mia. No Mia either, I don't
So
think.
it's an entirely new universe.
Yeah. Well,
they did do
same universe.
I mean, this could just be like in tweets, but they did do a little like backwards canon where, remember in Army of Darkness where there's the 3 books, the 3 Necronomicon?
Yeah.
Like that is your original Evil Dead, your remake, and now this book. And this book has teeth. And remember the book that bit Ash's hand? So it is kind of fun that it's like, well, okay, maybe this is like another dimension that this other 3rd book. It's kind of cool. I don't know if that's in the movie. I doubt it will be.
Do you think we'll ever get like one where they all come together and it'll just be like a Justice League for the evil?
Where the big Deadite puts them in his gauntlet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's what I want to see in this movie that was missing from the remake is like, okay, when it was raining blood, I'm like, here comes a big fucking monster head. And it was just like a clone of her. I'm like, no.
I was kind of glad though, because it did build you up. You're like, oh, what? And she's the big bad, like this little lady.
I'm hoping this one. I just give me one big monster head coming through a door. Then it will feel like Evil Dead,
Yeah, fair. We got Ice Queen in the chat. Good to see
Hey,
you,
Ice Queen.
Hey, Ice Queen. Well Hung and Done, like the TV show of Evil Dead was
That
good
was good.
too.
Dude, it was
fun.
surprising. I was ready to hate it.
Yeah,
I know. It's way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And, I like it.
It kind of fizzled out towards the end. Maybe they just
Oh,
didn't know
3
necessarily
seasons,
what they
right?
were going to do. I think so, right?
Yeah, I think it probably should have ended after 2.
There's that box set that has both Evil Dead movies on 4K and then the whole series.
Really?
You get that pretty cheap sometimes, yeah.
Crazy.
Worth
it. Is that it?
That's it.
I think that's it. I think we good job tonight, boys.
Oh.
So
okay.
I hope everyone enjoyed this evening. I am one of your hosts, Full Custom Hot Dog. You could follow me on Twitter. It's Full Custom Hot Dog without the last because it's just too long for Twitter.
I'm Yucky Gum. You can follow me at Yucky Gum Comics on the Twitter as well.
Keep staring at Yucky's red eyes. I think he's mad at me.
Don't look at my red eyes.
I'm Gable Pennyshot. You can also find me on Twitter at GPennyshot.
So thank you all for watching, and until next time.
The first European to step foot on Lizard Island was Captain James Cook. He'd come ashore with his crew to climb the island's highest point in hopes of spotting a passage out of the shallow waters of the Great Barrier. Escape of a different sort. First off, let's go fishing.
We all know what marlin fishing looks like from above the water, the boats, the tackle.